All right, so good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. Uh, it's a good day wherever you're joining us from right about now. And once we want to welcome you again and wish you a happy new month. Of course, the first day of August, right? And we do hope that you are having a great start of the month already. So, what's the atmosphere like at your end? You can do well to share with us in the chats what's happening at your end. Of course, we know that we are all vastly spread across different countries on the African continent. Nigerians are having a moment. I think Tanzania, I yet Sudan, and so many places are having one or two moments about now. So, what's this situation like at your hand? What's your country like today? How are you feeling? Please share with us in the chat. We really want to know what's going on at your hand. Yes, 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 yes. You can just keep it going, keep dropping it. Uh, okay. We seem to have some other persons joining the section. And of course, I think while we are here, some other folks are also joining us on YouTube. We want to acknowledge each and every one of you. We want to say a great welcome to you, especially to the week 3 of the development phase of our SDGs Africa Mentorship Program. And I'm sure that right until now, we've been having a great time, especially um, especially from the series of workshops that we've been having right until now. So definitely, from the report that we've received so far, we see that many of you readily have a whole lot of lessons to learn from this phase of your fellowship. So I want to welcome again those of you joining from Uganda, from South Africa, from Nigeria, from Tanzania, from Benin Republic, and yeah, from every other countries that were represented on this fellowship program. And I think it would be nice if you can just start today by how you sharing with us your key takeaways from the last section that we had. Of course, the last section was on projects management. So I knew it was an intense session filled with practical learning. Even as extensive as the session was,
But
we realized that many of us stayed to the
the last
very end.
was my the last session was on grant and proposal writing, not project management.
Sorry.
So just recap, we cut that place off.
Okay, no problems. So yeah, our last session was on grant and proposal writing by Dr. Charles, and we quite could tell how intense that section was. From the report that we had, we're sure that you had a lot of learnings from the section. So we would want you to just quickly share in the chat your key takeaways from the last section. Of course, for many of you that were here last week, I was sure that you had a lot to take home with you. And, just so we are able to help those that were not with us last week, maybe they will be moved by the takeaways and, they will be able to go back to see the section. So just keep it coming. Of course, it was insightful. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, for some, it was amazing. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, it was practical indeed. Yes, sure. I agree with you. It was very practical. Okay, for some of us, it opened us to new methods of proposal and grant writing. Well, that's correct. That's correct. I know so many people struggles with grant and proposal writing, but surely that section did justice to all you would ever think of that would allow you to have an ease of proposal writing. Well, keep your comments and your takeaways coming in the chat, but just so we are not okay, our time is not wasted. Yeah, we don't want to waste so much of our time because we understand that almost every one of us have one or two other things to see to. So I want to welcome you again to today's section. Trust me, it's going to be an amazing section again because we have with us today an amazing facilitator who is going to take us on a journey again. And for today's section, we want to be looking at another very key topic. And today's topic is definitely on leadership management. Leadership management. Of course, we know so well that many of us, we are readily leaders, right? But because we know that there are still so many things that we need to learn to know about leadership. That's why this section has been curated for this week, just so we are equipped with leadership and people management skills. So for today, I'm sure that almost each and every one of us that are on the call will be very, very interested in learning on leadership and people management. Of course, there are so many skills to be learned under leadership and people management. Of course, it is many a times we feel like leading people can be very, very easy, while for some other persons, leading people can be very, very tough also. So for this reason, we thought it right to bring this topic to you right about this time. And we are very sure that this is really going to, equip us with so much learning, and definitely we'll have a lot to learn. So if you're happy for this evening's section, I want to see in the chat right about now, drop your favorite emoji. When you drop your favorite emoji, it informs us that you're very ready for today's section. So keep your favorite emoji coming in the comments. Let's have you. Let's know how well you want this section. Let's know if it really interests you. Otherwise, maybe we would have to change our mind. Of course, that's a joke, right? We're really going to be having a great time here today. However, before we go into today's section, that was just to prep us, to get us informed on what to expect, so that if you have many disturbance around you, you can fix things up. We still have like about 5-10 minutes for you to get yourself prepared. You need your writing materials, you want to pick it somewhere. Of course, you can do that now. But while you are doing that, I would like to call on our own regional director, Mr. Emmanuel Olaolowoyo, who is going to introduce us to some other key information for the month, especially as it concerns the fellowship program. Many a times, many of you keep reaching out to us to inquire and ask about certain things. Maybe many a times you need clarity with a lot of things. Well, I think it is even good that we advise you to always pay attention when we are having information has within our sections. Because for many of the questions they're always reaching out to get clarity on, information about such have always been shared on sessions live like this. So please, I want you to pay rapt attention while Mr. Emmanuel is speaking now, and ensure to get all the information that you would need. And just after that, we'll be introducing to us facilitator for today. So please get yourself ready. Do not be distracted. And of course, I'll be with you in like a minute. So, Mr. Manuel, over to you, sir.
Okay, a very good afternoon and good evening to each and everyone. Thank you very much, Mayowa. Thank you. And I hope each and every one of you are keeping safe and in active engagement wherever you are joining from. And happy new month to you once again. I'm glad to wish each and every one of you a very prosperous new month and a new month of elevation and grateful achievements. Great achievements. Yeah, this evening, I would just like to dwell more on information regarding this fellowship program. And it's just one of those programs which we prioritize at ADEV Africa, most especially when it comes to the development phase and the advancement phase of this program. I believe you all have access to what I'm sharing again, but I'm having the mandate to share this as a reminder to each and every one of you once again. And this evening, I'm just going to share my screen just in a minute where I'm going to preview the timeline of this event. And I believe you all can see my screen clearly, what is being expected for the phase 2 of this program. Okay, and this all starts from, yeah, we are in a new month and this is the third week of this development phase in the African SDG Mentorship Program. And we believe that you all have been reading the books for the month. Last month was on effective communication, and this month we are going to be reading a new book, and this is focused on emotional intelligence, and this is going to be shared with us. However, beyond the soft copy, the e-copy that has always been shared, you can just visit the nearest bookshop or store to get an hard copy of this book. It's worth a whole lot to have all this book in your library. Very, very important. And talking more about the activities for this month, which is also going to we are going to be continuing with the weekly specialized training, and which we're going to be having a third session today, and this is still going to span to the last Thursday of this month. And also is the workshop series. Each and every team are expected to carry out their workshop series based on the research and case study development which you've been working on, and that you started last month. We believe that you are making conclusion and you've made a good progress regarding that. So if you're on a team and you've not been engaging with your team members, it's very, very important for you to get engaged, because there are situations, circumstances whereby when it comes to aspect of submitting report, that's when people like that, they get to become active. Team leads, ensure that you don't add their names to your report. Team members, ensure that their name is not added to the report. So it's very, very important. Each and every one of you must engage, you must participate, you must contribute in your brainstorming session, in your review session. Very, very important. And another thing which I would like to say is the workshop series implementation. The workshop series implementation has been made easy for each and every one of each and every team across the 17 groups. And one of the major things which this is going to focus on is, I think one of the major thing you have to do first is to get approval. Yeah, once you get approval from the program team, they are going to send the approval through your team lead. Once you get approval to go ahead, they've approved the team for your workshop, the date for your workshop, it's been approved, you can move on. However, there are some people that they are going to be on pending approval. Take, for example, maybe two teams, there will maybe SDG1 team selected 10th of August and they selected 10 a.m. Then SDG4 to selected at the same time. It's going to be disapproved for SDG4. They are going to tell you to reselect another time, because there mustn't be any clashing. I mean, your time must not clash. So let me just use that word. Your time which you've fixed for your session must not clash. And when it comes to the workshop series which you are doing, this is going to be on Zoom, and you are going to have access to the Zoom account which you'll be using, one managed by the community engagement specialist and the programs team of the organization. And most importantly, for your session, you have to run a publicity. After you've gotten your approval, they are going to share this document with you. They are going to share an invitation template with you, which you can use to send invite to your guest speakers. They're also going to share a Canva link template with you, so you don't need to go extra mile to do designs yourself. It's just for you to put your picture, put your name, put your date, put your team. Then you go straight to publicity. Very, very important. You need to do, you need to carry out publicity for your event, for your workshop series before you jump on. At least you must have a minimum of a week publicity. And this workshop series is not just for you, it's not for your team alone, it's for the general public. And it's expected that each team must have a minimum of 50 participants, and you must do a screenshot of your sessions. So I know that there are teams that are going to have close to 100 participants, and there are rewards for that anyway. And we are hoping to see the best team who is going to perform well in this regard. And when it comes to speaker engagement, you have to have a speaker from outside, an invited speaker who is going to be facilitating generally on your team, and you are going to have another set of panelists. So this is coming from your team members. So even if you are two on your team, two of you are going to be the panelists for your session, and you can also invite your friends should the case that you are not that many in your group. I think, like I said in one of our meetings, the last year we had SDG 15. She just one fellow. She had to invite some of our friends to join her on the session, and it was very interactive and amazing session. So don't say that you are not many on your team, you can't do well. So even though if you are just one, you can still implement your activity perfectly well. But most importantly, you must have a minimum of 2 or 3 members featuring as a panelist, and that's to have a discussion around the theme of your workshop series. And definitely you also have your moderator. Like I said, the Zoom platform is going to be shared. There is a Calendly link that is going to be shared with you. Once you get your approval, you can get to schedule your Zoom. You can get to schedule your session yourself, and the timeline will be shared the link is going to be shared with your team lead instantly. Most importantly, it's very, very key for you to have a recording of your session. Do a screenshot of your session, screenshot of participants, very important because it's part of what you'll be submitting as reports. And at the end of the month, it's very, very important for you to submit your report. So you can definitely submit before 28. You don't need to wait till August 28 before you submit your report. And also, individually, we are to submit our development project strategy. I remember that you already submitted your proposal, right? And now it's moving on to strategy. How do you want to achieve this? I believe a guide is also going to be shared with you to guide you through the process on documenting your development project strategy. These are the key information I have to share. And I believe that we are all engaging, we are all connecting, we are all brainstorming our respective team. And like the learning dialogue for this week is focused on networking and social lifestyle. I believe hopefully by Saturday, each and every team are going to be meeting, discussing, and most importantly, you're having bonding activities. Yeah, thank you, everyone. We look forward to see the exiting and great progress you are going to be making in your respective countries. Enjoy the rest of today's session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. And yes, I do know that maybe for some of us, on the call this afternoon, you may have further questions to ask. Please ensure to pass across your questions through your team leads, and I'm sure that it's going to be well taken care of. So without further ado, I'd like to present to you today our facilitator for today's section. This is someone we hold dearly at ADEF Africa. He's a senior, he's an experienced person. You can imagine someone with over 10 years, of work experience. You can tell what to expect. So if you're excited to have our facilitator this afternoon, please let me see your reactions in the chat. I want to know how prepared you are. I want to see how ready are you. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for the leadership and people management section, Barrister Somi Abiodun. So permit me to read to you Barrister Somi's profile so that you would know that you are in for a great experience this evening. So Barrister Somi Abiodun is qualified both as a lawyer and a management consultant with 12 years of work experience. He started his legal career with the commercial law firm of Jackson, Etsy and Edu in Lagos, Nigeria in 2011, from where he was seconded to the South Africa office of global law firm Fragomen Worldwide in 2013 to practice global immigration law and facilitate trainings on Nigeria law. He thereafter served as regional manager Ibadan for Kemo, now known as Junior Market in 2014. And in January 2016, he founded Audrey Oluwatoni Associates, also known as Audrey Law, a commercial law firm based in Ibadan, Nigeria. Somi has facilitated trainings on different areas of commercial law and business development for institutions, including the Ibadan Business School, Joberman Nigeria, Faith Foundation, Junior Chambers International, that's the JCI Nigeria, the Afest House Academy, Youth on Pursuit of Purpose Foundation, UPOP, amongst many others. He is currently the head Human Resources and Legal Services at Wiseki Technologies Limited, where he coordinates and mentors employee performance, business ethics, and human relations of personnel across the 6 businesses in the Wiseki Group. He also consults on talent sourcing and retention, business ethics, people and culture for several companies and institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that we have brought the right person for the job to you this evening, because Barrister Somi has been managing people, employee performance. He has been coordinating and monitoring their performances, and not only that, but mentoring such other persons as the human resources and legal services head at Wiseki Technologies Limited. So maybe this evening there may be some of you on this call that will find a mentor in Barrister Somi. So, ladies and gentlemen, with your clap, although virtual clap anyways, I want you to welcome Barrister Somi Abiodun, who is going to take us now on, the topic for today. Yes, over the next 45 minutes to the next 1 hour, Barrister Somi is going to be taking us on the amazing topic for this evening, which is leadership and people management. So, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention as we go on this journey with Barrister Somi right now. So, Barrister Somi, you're welcome once again to ADEF Africa, and we are glad to have you here with us. We understand how busy you are, but thank you for always coming through. And now you may just take over from me, and I'll be here if you need anything. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayowa. Thank you. It's good to have you around. Thank you very much. And I hope each and every one of you will enjoy the session. Okay. I think Barrister Somi is done with the session now. You can do the wrap up and just appreciate him for the session.
Oh, yes. Barrister Somi, I must say that it has really been an amazing section. It has been an eye-opening section from
Mayowa, that's too close. Your pitch is too close to the last thing you said. So I can see trace it back that you just completed speaking. So it's just like I'm done with leadership and everybody is amazed. It has been an mind-blowing session for them. They cannot pick up.
Sorry. So we'll go again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much, Barrister Somin, for this amazing section. I'm sure that our mentees on the program, they have had a whole lot of exposure this evening. It has been a mind-blowing section. It has really been an amazing section. From the different practical and live samples that you have touched on, especially from the different and past years of work experience, to the point of treating the different types of leadership that we have. I'm sure that even many of us that are right on the call today, we are just, trying to once again try to understand and know ourselves for the kind of a leader that we are. And I'm sure that by this session, many of us on the call today will be motivated to even put in further efforts into becoming a better leader, especially with the people we work with, so that in our different spheres and in our different endeavors, we are able to work together successfully with people, managing them, and at the end of the day, we all are able to achieve our goals. Of course, I know that a lot of questions that would arise from this section, and that is why, like every other week, we have prepared the Ask Me link that we always use. So the link is going to be shared with you now in the live chat. So please make sure to get the link for you to ask your questions. Definitely, you're going to be getting answers to your questions. And maybe for any reason, technical issues, you are unable to make use of the link, get your questions across to us through your group leaders. And of course, you're going to get answers to every need of yours. So I think at this point, you all want to show your appreciation to Barrister Somi. I don't know what you're feeling like now, but if you ask me, I know that this section has been very, very amazing. I've had a whole lot of things to learn. So the way you would express your satisfaction with this section to Barrister Somi now is if you're putting in the chat what this section has meant to you, what it has been for you. How do you feel? Let him just know right about now. Because for me, it's just as though we should continue the section and we should just go on and on. So I think at this point, it is very good if we show our appreciation to Barrister Sami by you all using, whether it's your clap emoji you want to use, your reaction, your best emoji, or you want to even type it out as a word for Barrister Sami to see. You can do well to whatever way you feel like. Appreciate Barrister Sami right now. So, Barrister Sami, we are very grateful for this section this evening. We value every commitment you made to make this session happen. We value your time. We so much appreciate you. So, on behalf of the leadership of ADEF Africa, we want to say a special thank you for this amazing section on leadership and people management. And of course, we definitely know that this is one section that we will be hoping to have again, especially as even we at our end would love that our team are well equipped with leadership skills and people management skills. So we are hoping that for any other time that we'll be calling on you, Barrister Somi, you will be willing to join us again like always, and of course, prepared to come and dish to us again valuable lessons as learned in today's section. So thank you very much. We so much appreciate you, sir. And at this point, of course, we do know that there are so many other things you may want to see to. So if you want to take your leave now, of course, while we don't want you to go, we do not have any choice to still stay you back here. So we would, it's a good time if you really have, want to go now for other matters that you need to attend to. We still have about one or two information to give to the participants of this section today. So thank you very much, and we wish you a great week, a great week, and an amazing weekend ahead. Thank you very much. And yes, for the participants, I'm very sure that we've had a great time here and it's going smooth for us. However, I want to encourage us based on what Mr. Emmanuel has shared with us, that you continue to carry on with your activities, starting from the book you were supposed to read, to your research, to your projects, and everything that are supposed to be the deliverables for your project. Please mind the timeline as much as possible. When something is due at ADEV, it is due. We so much value your commitment, and we would not want that you feel that your time is being wasted for certain reasons. Make sure that you don't wait until the very last minute before you make submissions where necessary. Please engage as much as possible on your team. Make sure to familiarize yourself with what you're doing, because your team engagement is highly important and, of course, very rewarding to each and every one of you. So at this point, I think it is worth it if we decide to call it a night here. Of course, when you check by your time now, you see that we've had a long on the score. So next Thursday is going to be another section time, the same time as today's. And of course, I'm sure we're still coming again with an amazing facilitator to look into another quite great topic, which will be beneficial to each and every one of you. So while we leave tonight, I want you all to go back to your group to make sure that all hands are on the deck towards the success of your project. So thank you all very much, and we pray that you have an amazing evening, and we wish you all the best in whatever you will be doing going forward. So thank you very much, and do have a great night rest. Bye, everyone.